Alright, I'm back again. Since I'm doing this video, that means I have survived Snowmageddon 2026. Those that aren't aware, here in the southeast, we were given the option of, they were talking like 30 inches of snow and an inch of ice and everything else, and we got maybe a half inch of snow and then a glazing of ice. Most of the snow got washed off. The only reason the roads are white is because they brined the living daylights out of them for nothing. But it's starting to turn colder. It's 10 till 6 p.m. and it's 21 degrees. It's supposed to get down to about 8. That's Fahrenheit. Possibly with wind chills as much as 10 below tonight and into the morning. All these people moving down here from up north, and they're bringing their weather with them. Joking aside, let's get to the topic at hand. I think I'm officially done with MAGA Inc. There has been a whole lot of interactions I've had with people, even members of my own family, heck, even my own mother, where I'm questioning some of the things that I'm seeing, because a lot of the things we've been promised, we're getting rug pulled on. And that's not even talking about like the tariff checks, the $5,000 tariff checks, or the $2,000 Doge cut checks, and all this crap that have gone away. Just in general, the talks of cutting government expenses, shrinking the size of the government, getting government out of people's business, even the Epstein files. There's been a good number of things that Trump had promised, and we're not getting them. And instead of acknowledging that, he's acting like, in some cases, he's literally gaslighting people and saying, no, I never said that, even though there's audio and video recordings of him saying it. But what's getting me is that if you say anything at all, you have people on the right lined up ready to crucify you. They're calling you a communist or socialist or both. It's absolutely absurd and it seems to be getting worse, even like with the Alex Pretty thing. There have been ever since Kash Patel came out and said there's no reason why anyone who didn't have bad intentions to carry a gun to a protest. There are people jumping on that and agreeing with him who are, if I went back and looked at their posts online, they probably shared the Kyle Rittenhouses and the 2020 when they protested against the election results, where they were carrying ARs. They probably were supporting that, but now all of a sudden they're not. And I'm seeing this, and I'm I'm wondering if they realize they are acting a lot like the Obama supporters were in his presidency. I used to make the joke about Lord Obama and how he could do no wrong. And to many people, they were acted like that. But now we're seeing this on the Trump side of things. And no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how much proof you provide, even from his own lips, they will attack you for pointing it out. I mean, it is blatant cult mentality, and both sides have it. Both the Republicans and Democrats, or the liberal and conservative sides, they have it. I have groups I'm in that are supposed to be for conservatives. But if you question Trump, if you question the GOP, they literally, and this has happened to me today, to ask you to your face, as you couldn't do so digitally, why are you here? Because apparently in their mind, the only way you can be conservative is if you're on your knees on Trump, for Trump, sucking his tallywhacker. Ignore the fact that he was a Democrat or Green Party and whatever else parties he was a part of before he became a Republican. That's completely irrelevant to them. In their mind, he is the true Republican, the true conservative, even though he doesn't act that way. They want to call out Marjorie Taylor Greene for her marital infidelities, but turn a blind eye to the fact that Trump has cheated on every single wife he has ever had. And yes, I am aware this is divide and conquer tactics. Anyone who has read The Art of War by Sun Tzu should understand that. They should be able to see the patterns of social manipulation if they're truly being observant. But we're not seeing that. And sadly, the Republicans, especially the MAGA Inc., they are just as fanatic as the most hardcore socialist of Democrats. That, it used to be when you would post and advocate for reduced government spending, reducing the size of the government, getting the government out of your lives, getting rid of the surveillance state. There was a time when the only thing you had to worry about were the Democrats, or at the very least liberals, a lot of them calling you a fascist. Or, a name that rhymes with those who can not see. Speaking a little bit of code there. But now, in 2026, you can speak the same words. And not only can you get the Democrats calling you those things, but you have the Republicans, the right, supposedly, standing up, calling you a socialist, a commie, and all these other things. The things that the Republican Party say they are for, and you stand up and you preach for them, you advocate for them. And they act like you are the worst thing to have ever existed. Does anyone else remember when the term rhino, Republicans in name only, applied to people like Lindsey Graham. But now those same people that wanted Lindsey Graham gone, calling him a rhino, they're now calling anyone who dares question Trump in general that. And cheering on Lindsey Graham. It is absolutely baffling to me. And the thing is, I don't know what can be done about it. Here's a little quote I want you to think about. It is, there is a version of it attributed to the philosopher Edmund Burke. There's no actual indication he actually said this. But the actual quote that I can find that is closest to it is to John Stuart Mill. It goes, "Bad men need nothing more to compass their ends than that good men should look on and do nothing." I have learned to a certain degree that your intentions can be enough to make things happen. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I don't know what I can do to fight back, to straighten this country out. Because intentions have power. And I'm walking a fine line, a nice, fine, taut tightrope. Because there are people in my immediate family that fall into the same category of people that I'm absolutely put off upon. I just know that something has to be done. And I'm going to study on it. I am going to take a long time to study. And when I come up with a course of action, I will put my intentions out into the universe. With the goals as follows. This so-called one world government, new world order, whatever you want to call it. There are a lot of puppet masters in the shadows with their handlers getting these politicians to do their bidding. People like that need to be dealt with. People wanting this surveillance state and your social credit scores and the kill switches in your car. Those are people that need to be dealt with as well. And when I put my intentions out there, that's the type of people I'm going to go for. I just have to find a way to do it with minimal collateral damage. And I know this ending sounds kind of like I've got a few screws loose. But I had a previous employer, they were gunning for a way to fire me. They were giving me severe anxiety attacks to the point one day I was having chest pains and my left arm went numb. they wanted to know if I'd come in and work Saturday too. They actually gave me a 4-day weekend, a Friday and a Monday off, and told me that I had to be completely cured of my anxiety issues, or they would fire me. I left on a Thursday, convinced my last day would be Tuesday. Monday, my phone blew up, wanting to know what was going on. I had no clue. I showed up on Tuesday to the words, "Come on, let me take you to meet your new boss." That Friday, the CEO had a temper tantrum, decided to cut the department I was in by 25%, and we were moved to a different department. That was right about Labor Day of 2016, and I remained there until 1st of February 2019. Truth be told, I should have gotten out, or fought like the devil to get out, instead of letting that place grind me into the ground that much longer, but oh well. I have no question in my mind that my will, my intentions is what caused that. It's like I know there's people that watch my videos, the handful that do, that of multiple walks of life, including Christians. What does the Bible say about if you have have faith the size of a grain of mustard that you can move a mountain? When you put it like that, maybe I don't sound, to the Christian side of it, I don't sound completely and totally batty. I'm going to be applying that same logic, that same thought process, that same intensity that I did against that previous employer. And I'm not going to hold back. Anyway, let me know what you think. Later.